Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Unicorn Trajectory podcast. Our guest today is Javed Vayid, a Mauritian tech and events entrepreneur based in Dubai. He's the owner and co-founder of Pure, an international company with offices in the UAE, Mauritius, and France, specializing in entertainment and technology. Javed, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Skye. Thanks for welcoming me today.
Can you tell us about your journey in the hospitality entertainment industry and what inspired you to merge hospitality with entertainment?
I was working in a hotel, managing a beach club and organizing events since after my studies. Since then, I've operated beach clubs, nightclubs, pubs, and working closely with hotels. We've decided to move to Dubai with my family, and I've connected with the hospitality entertainment here with Caesars Palace, Sofitel, Nikki Beach, and a lot of many hotels to organize events. One of my main specialties now is supplying artists to these hotels, which is a very profitable and low-risk business model, which is what I call hospitainment industry, merging hospitality and entertainment.
Can you explain to me a bit more about the profitable business model in connecting artists with hotels?
Yeah, it's actually pretty simple because you're the link between artists and hotels. Artists, they don't necessarily have the contacts to know hotels to perform, to sell their services. And hotels, they simply don't have access to a database of artists available in their territories to select the best artists. So we just act as an intermediate between hotels and artists, and we take a commission out of this, sometimes between 15, 20%, sometimes more, it depends. We work within hotel budgets.
Since moving to Dubai in 2022, how have you adapted to the local market and what unique opportunities have you found here?
First of all, I've adapted to the market quite fast as a human being first, because I've met a lot of interesting people here and I felt very comfortable in being in Dubai and living in Dubai. It has been instantly felt like home for me. So that was an easy way to get into business, because when you feel comfortable somewhere, things are much easier. Then I've contacted the hotels. Some of them, they welcome me. We had discussions. And I think it's very easy to do business in Dubai because everyone, even employees, they have an entrepreneurial mindset. All of them want to make money. We want to make the best business possible. We want to be the best. We want to make the biggest revenue. And we want to make the best collaborations. So with this mindset, even if you're new in Dubai, you can succeed quite fast because everyone wants you to succeed and you want others to succeed as well. It's a very positive ecosystem that the government has created. The whole ecosystem is poised to make you grow.
And this is what I love about Dubai, right? Everyone is pitching to everyone like all the time, and it's not so much like, it's not so formal that you need to go to a pitching competitions, or you need to go to like a database and find someone and find someone and find someone. You just go somewhere and then you pitch
crazy.
on the spot.
I've
right?
never seen that in my life. You know, in France, if you do that, like pitching to somebody, they will just ignore you because it's a different market and they think differently. In Dubai, you go there, you can be nobody, they will give you your chance, but don't screw. This is the thing. It's based on meritocracy. So if you perform, you will grow fast. If you don't perform, then it's your fault because you missed an opportunity. And this is what I love actually in Dubai, this kind of environment which is pushing meritocracy first and giving you the chance. And you're right, it's not formal. You just go as you are, very natural, and this is what I think people like. Here many people are pretending, okay? Yeah. But if you come and you don't pretend and you just talking sense, I think they are not used to that, and they just trust you. And with the trust comes the opportunity, and with the opportunity comes another opportunity. It's a very good way of doing things, I think. You get to know people you don't usually deal with. It's the same for nationalities. So nice. Huh? You go on a boat, let's say, and you have 25 people, and you might have 15 or 20 different nationalities. Crazy. And this is a very nice way to build your network. And then from your network, you build your net worth, right?
Yeah. Case in point, you're from Mauritius, I'm from Vietnam.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
On a Friday evening in Business Bay in Dubai.
Crazy.
Yeah.
The beauty of the city.
Yes, the beauty of this city. And this is very refreshing because a lot of my work in the startup world, that I work in building a business, whereas a lot of startup, they build a startup, but they struggle in actually building a business out of the startup. Mm-hmm. And building a business is actually what will sustain the startup and making it something worthwhile. Mm-hmm. You know, so these two things, starting something and making it a very profitable and mature business, is two different things.
I completely agree. You know, most people, when they do their business plans, often you will see that they will lose money the first few years on their business plan. I never do that. I always think how I can be profitable the first year, even if it's a small profit, you know, because especially today, time is essence. And of course, not every business can generate profit every year. I understand this. But for me, I'm thinking about how I can make business fastest way possible. This is my thinking. And if I can't make it, I don't do it. But I understand that not every entrepreneur think the same way. For example, in events is a very high risk business, but I managed to make it a low risk business because of some strategies. And this business I'm talking about the software B2B marketplace, I think we will develop later. It cannot lose money, basically. There's no way it can lose money. I mean, I'm investing myself in the CapEx, so I'm bootstrapping till it's profitable, okay? So I'll put the money to create the software. It's already in development. I'm putting a Ukrainian team, which are one of the best in the world, to develop this app, this software. Then instead of hiring people and have high cost, I will do everything myself. I mean, I will be the one who will be pitching with hotels. I'll be the one who will be onboarding artists. So it takes time as a founder, but I'm trying to save money and not recruit till I can say, okay, we're starting making money. Then I can recruit somebody. Of course, I can't build a software myself. So I need a software engineer. Okay, but what I can do, I will do myself. This is okay. And the business also depends on the talents you need to make it work. And in this kind of business, I'm thinking you don't need so many talents. You need a few people, but a few excellent people to make it work. And so I guess it depends on everybody, but I'm fully aligned with you that startup is a nice word. And we saw many startups like WeWork, etc., have a big valuation, never generated profit. I think the valuation today, it was from 30 billion to now not even 25 million or something like that. That's crazy. And I understand as well that you need to have a vision, and sometimes founders, you feel that they are crazy because you don't find a way that they can generate money. Like Uber, at the beginning, it took time, but now it's making money. And some startups like that, you need to have a vision. So it's all about how you
commercialize.
Yes. How you build a profitable business model. And yeah.
I think the word here, the word that we are getting into here is having like a commercial strategy behind your vision. Because you can have like a vision like yours, or we can have a vision like Uber, But even with Uber, there's like a commercial strategy behind it. People actually calculate that this is a marketplace of, transport service and people. And there's a calculations of, okay, it will be profitable at some point. In your case and in many people cases where it's your own money, or some early investors. And I really think that you put, like the commercial hat, like before you develop the product, which is important. Because at the end of the day, we need to build a business.
Exactly. We need to generate sales, right?
Like every time I go into a startup, so this is what I do, right? I create or I redo the business within the startups.
Important to understand as a startup founder how VCs think, and because you get some feedbacks that they are very difficult to work with. If you fail, they will be very angry at you. The whole story of supporting entrepreneur works when they succeed, but when they don't, there's also a lot of pressure, and they have a lot of control on your company as well. So when is the right time to get them in? This is why I want to bootstrap to the maximum till I'm profitable. And then the leverage of negotiation is different because you're already making money. You're already signed with clients. You have some tractions. And why do you need those VCs? For me, it's basically to have the biggest valuation possible.
Either it's a VC, or you loan money from your parents, or you loan money from a bank, or different kind of fund. It's financing. To me, it's financing. It's putting capital into work, right? So for me, it's more important that we build a sustainable business with the scalable business model. And then at that point, when it's succeeded in one country or or it has like a proof of concept that this thing is actually like working. And then at that point in time, we will need more capital either to scale deeper in this market or take it to Vietnam, China, Singapore, whatever the case. And then at that point, we'll sit down and calculate, okay, if I want to take it to this country and this country and this country, how much money do I need? And how fast I want to go and how fast I can go in theory. Then you get a number, like this is how much money I need to do this, to scale to, let's say, $20 million in revenue or 30 million or 50 million or 100 million, whatever. This is how much capital I need. And at that point in time, it's the negotiations of how much equity are you selling for that much of money.
I like reading your post nearly every day for unicorn startups because it gives exactly the name of your podcast, the trajectory.
Yeah, because...
Wow. Yeah, it is super interesting for me because when you start, it's important to have a good basis and know, it's like life. When you set goals, you draw a map, and like in personal development, you know that if you draw something on paper, you have much more chances to succeed than if you don't have any plans and going without any goals or any plans. It's the same for the unicorn. So if you want to reach that unicorn status, with what I learned from you is super interesting. I mean, every day I'm reading, I downloaded your book. For me, it gives me a lot of insights. And that's why it's important to have different perspectives. If you're just working on your product, but without a vision of later expand and becoming really big, it's like you're just a passionate geek and you work on your product, but no one will use it or it won't be as successful. I don't know. You need to have, I think, look on every perspective to build the best company.
Yeah, I would say that if the first, it's good to know that it's helpful because sometimes you write and you're like, actually, I started writing because when I came to Dubai 3 years ago, it was like COVID, and there was just like Karim, which is like the unicorn, right? And then I started going to the startup, and actually like no one knows like what is actually like happened inside like a unicorn. It's actually at that stage it's a lot of calculation, right? It's not like by human
Yes.
it's a lot of financial models and a lot of software and a lot of programmatic stuff. Because at that scale, you need that. You can't really calculate like manually anymore. But I would say that if you start from the beginning, it's very important just to start with you have an intention to go to that level, right? So the first thing is the intention. But along the way, you might figure out that, oh, actually, if I exceeded like 20 or 30 million, my family like already like have a really good life. You don't know. You might go there, but then sometime along the way, someone offers you like a buyout. You don't know.
Yes.
So, but it's good to have the intention always. But the first like 1 to 3 years, just like scale it to $3 to $5 million in revenue, and then make it profitable. And then at that point in time, there's like a whole like scaling strategy, and you shouldn't be like thinking too much about that scaling strategy in the beginning. It's not helping, because the scaling strategy it's very different from the starting point.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on the business, because when I build a software, we build it in scalability in mind, because per definition, the software is to use by many people. But where I am aligned with you is I am not thinking about scaling globally on the first stage. I am just thinking of scaling in my city. So that means Dubai, where I am now. The idea is to build that marketplace in Dubai and even in the UAE, let's say, in the Emirates. And when we reach that stage, as you say, between 3 and 5 million, then we can consider scaling in different territories. I think October, when we launch the product, should be very successful, because we already have people who committed with us to sign when the product is ready.
And what I'm excited about this is tourism. It's like a big part of GDP of every country on the planet, right? So UAE is just like the testing ground. It's like the first countries. And if it's successful, this is like a B2B model. It's very scalable to other countries. It's not like a B2C model where you need to spend so much money on acquisitions. And
exactly. You understand everything. We didn't want to go B2C because the acquisition cost is so high, and there's no guaranteed revenue, right? In B2B, you manage budget. So you already know for the year how much you have and how you're going to spend it and what's your profit. It's perfect as a business model. But many people, they think it's easy. They didn't think about that B2B. And one of the competitors I have, when I say competitors, is only the competitive analysis. They are not my competitors really. For me, when I analyze their strategy, can tell you exactly when they went wrong, where they went wrong. I see all their flaws, but I think it's because of my experience of 15 years working with the hospitality. They didn't understand their needs. Some people who created their app are from the hospitality industry. They studied at in some hospitality best school in the world, but they simply couldn't understand, couldn't execute it well. That's all. Execution is everything. You can have the best idea, same idea as me. The only difference is how you execute it and how I execute it, right? It's execution is everything.
What advice would you give to aspiring entrepreneurs who want to enter Dubai?
Dubai is the dreamland for entrepreneurs. I think it's the best city to be right now for any entrepreneur. I came in February 2022. I got my residency within 4 weeks, I think. Got my visa, so I could work already. This is crazy fast. Everything is based on AI. Everything is based on technology. So everything goes super fast. Even when you go at the airport now, they just scan your eyes and doors open. You don't even need to show your passport. That's crazy. So in terms of forward thinking, I think this is the best city in the world. In terms of opportunity, the people who come here, wow. I met the most interesting people I've ever met in my life. Like, it's like yourself, just like many entrepreneurs, interesting people, only thinking about innovatively improving the world, making money, just people who's got I don't know, they are just hustlers, right? People who like to hustle.
We are innovators.
Yeah, and I mean, if you come here, it's not the American dream anymore, it's a Dubai dream. And I know many people say that. I really feel in my guts that Dubai for entrepreneurs is really the best city. I mean, even the UAE in general as a country, there's more money than good projects. And if you really want to succeed, there's absolutely no reason you can't in Dubai. It's as simple as that. So someone like me who came without any contacts, who just, I mean, I cannot say I'm successful now. I mean, I performed. I like the two years I was there, I performed quite well, but I can't say I'm successful now yet. But I think I'm going in the good direction, and I think the city is giving me all the means, all the tools to be successful. See what I mean?
Yeah, and I like your points that you don't just come here on a business trip and then you go home. You come here and you stay in the city and you walk through the fabrics of the city for 2-3 years, and you understand what it has to offer.
Oh, of course. For us, my family, I mean, we have a long-term vision for Dubai. I will put my daughter in a school here. We bought a property. And so we're really thinking about staying in Dubai long-term. It's not about even 2-3 years. It's about very long-term. And of course, I'm staying in Dubai the whole year except summer. It's too hot. And I mean, business also is a bit calmer during summer. But these 7 months when I'm here, it's so efficient. You do so many things. You meet so many people. You have so many business opportunities. It's enough.
So thank you. It's been fun to have you on the show, and I wish you all the best for your next adventure.
Thank you, Skye. Thank you. It was good.
Yeah, it was good.